Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Little France. Today we are continuing the build made from Limoges, from France. Last time, as you can see, we did this train station, which is a beautiful one and a crazy one as well. It's an elevated one. For those who saw the episode, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. For those who didn't, well, guys, please do and watch it afterwards, of course. Cool. This being said, let me show you what we will do today, because this wasn't finished. This is a huge one. It's a huge train station there, and we can't say it was finished. It's by far being finished. So we built the train station itself together with this park in front of the in front of it. The roads here, the bridge, all these red pedestrian pathways, let's call them. And today we are continuing, and I'm going to build these. No, actually, it's a bigger area. I'm going to build this particular area from here. More or less, let's call it. This is a bus terminal, and you can go from the station itself, go through this passage, and then go down there and take a bus wherever you want to go. Even though I think there are some bus stops and taxi stops here in front of it as well, but I believe this is like for longer routes or something. I don't know yet. And then we will continue finishing the back side of the train station with all these platforms, with these pedestrian overpasses and whatnot. And we will also do the parking area from here with some train tracks. Well, I will not invest too much time in the train tracks yet, because I will have to figure out how things will go afterwards, but it will be quite a big build. And then there will be another episode sometime at a point doing all these roads from here, and maybe the Champ de Juliette Park. Will this park from here? Let's not pronounce things. The roads, trust me, are absolutely amazing. Now, the thing is, I had to think of a good overpass here to build, and I have some really good ones. They are Japanese, and I'm using them here. They're only props, so in order to make them work properly, you just have to add an invisible pathway, and that's it. And so I'm using these ones. I've been using them in some other places in Little France as well. I transform all these props into procedure objects in order to be able to modify them, to recolor them, to get rid of those extra pillars, because I will add my own ones and so on. As you can see there, I just place them down, all transform them into procedural objects, and so I can see exactly what shapes I have in order to construct or to build these overpass from here, to make it look, let's say, more or less like the one that it's in real life there. Now the thing is, this area will kind of be functioning. As I said, I will add invisible pathways so people can actually cross these overpass and get down there and really take a bus. So this will be totally functioning. Like in last episode, well, actually episode 49, I was mentioning that the train station is not properly working, not bringing people anymore. I had an issue with it at a point, and I had to rebuild it. And when I did that, it was not functioning anymore. I don't know. I think I have to rebuild it from scratch to do some other stuff, because it's really bothering me. Otherwise, people will have a lot of people coming with the trains, and they will take the buses from here. Nevertheless, they still come here and take a bus or just stay there, because I'm also plopping down some invisible park generators. Then I plopped here some roads. These roads are actually flat, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I can't make that huge parking area there for buses or this huge bus terminal without having it completely flat. and because I made it flat, I had to add those curbs, concrete curbs, which are also kind of flat. So it's just for the looks, let's call it. They should be at a different level, different height from the road, I know. But if I'm going to do so, then people will be just sunken into the concrete, yeah, and it will look super ugly and bad, and I hate that. I prefer it to have it like this rather than to have people just, I don't know, swimming in asphalt. So the thing is, we have two kind of asphalt here, the grayish asphalt for roads, and I also have this super dark asphalt where the bus stop is, or people, you know, walk and wait for the buses. So I'm using the same thing and same technique like the last time. I'm just painting the asphalt a bit more darker, as you saw. So I made that road for buses a bit curved like it is in real life. Now let's move to the overpasses, or to the overpasses behind the train station, so we can bring people down to the platforms there, so they can take the train. For now they are not taking the train yet, but I will make them. I will eventually make them. The reason why I didn't fix them properly is because I already record this right after, I mean at the same time, and before I released the episode 49. So yeah, maybe like till now this was actually fixed till present time, but not when I'm doing the commentary for this one. There is a train. As you saw right now, there was a train. There are some trains coming, but bringing now no people there. Not yet. I will pull them. So these will also be completely functioning. I will add invisible pathways. I'm adding here like concrete barriers with some fences, so people won't fall from there. It's a tiny bit different, just a tiny bit different than what it is in real life. I wanted to go with something extra there. The overpasses are coming actually from the train station itself. So if we look here, these overpasses are getting out from the building right away. And in my game, in my little France, I added like an extra, I don't want to call it balcony, but that's how it looks. So it's an extra balcony there. And then we have these starting. And the reason why I did that is because I couldn't link properly all these overpasses on the doors. And that's because they were not also matching the same direction with the platform. So it would be quite a big mess there. And I said, hey, let's not do that. Let's just keep it as it is. Cool. Now you also saw me adding here some extra fences, roads and whatnot in order to, let's say, in order to make it look like it is in real life there. I've been playing a bit with the roads here, trying to find a good configuration, so all the cars, buses coming out from this bus station, bus depot will be quite, safer, even though there will be some traffic lights probably, so we will see how this will be. And here I'm building the parking area. There is a big, huge actually parking area. I'm just going to build a just small part of it. I'm not going to build the other one, which should be on the other side of this road bridge, and that's because, well, I already have a different plan for that area, and I don't want to change it. Now here is the moment when I'm gonna cover everything with ploppable pavement, asphalt, not pavement. So for this, that's why we need only, and we can use only flat roads and nothing else. I know these everything here looks a bit plain and boring, meh. It's like, hey, it's super repetitive, maybe not so realistic, and then that's the reason why we are not going to leave it as it is. I'm going to do some changes and make it look a bit more realistic. And by that, well, you'll see what I mean. I will add lots of stains and stain decals and things like this. Maybe even some cracks and some damaged decals to make it look like, real life. That's how real life is. Nothing is clean, everything is dirty, cracked, damaged everywhere in this world. This is the I made also a little barrier there. If you go into this parking area, you have to pay for it and so on. So yeah, I kind of did that. I will also add some extra parking areas inside the bus terminal there, because you know, maybe people working here at this depot, by people I mean those who drive the buses themselves, maybe they want to come with their own personal cars. So yeah, I will add those parking areas for our bus drivers. Then I'm going to add I'm starting to add a bit more details for these roads, some crossings. We'll play a bit with the node controller mod and the intersection marking tool mod as well. I'll create some extra little safe areas for our pedestrians when they have to cross the streets and before they crossing these streets. So I'm just adding some bollards there, little fences, and yeah, that's it. Then on the other big side of this called how do you call it, bus depot, we have some extra parking areas where the buses can park their buses. Where buses can park their buses, oh my god. When drivers can park their buses. So I did that too, just adding decals, line decals on the ground. And then I had to add some concrete, I don't know how these are being called. These are concrete little things, you know, when you go with a bus, you're well, I think they should have been a bit more far away from the fence, because that's where the wheels will have to, you know, you have to stop. So those are stopping the wheels themselves, so you won't hit the fence. I think I made it a big boo-boo there, but I have to fix that boo-boo. Outside this bus depot area, there are some strange buildings and another parking area. So I'm just adding, I'm adding this as well. I don't know exactly what things are here, even if I'm looking on Google Maps. So this is the bus area here, where I just did. Cars will stop. These little concrete things, I should have made it a bit far from the fence. I don't know why I kept them very close. Well, my bad. That's my mistake. But hey, I found it and I saw it, so I will fix it. This from here, then I have no clue what this is. It looks like it's something washing the buses. Unfortunately, there is no way for me to go on the ground level from here. I'm too far from there, so I can't go on the ground level. Hey, stop, please. Yeah, I can't. I don't know what happened here. So I have zero clues, but I can imagine that this is a washing machine or something for buses. What else did we do? I will make some parking areas here for our bus drivers, even though these are also for them. I will also make these ones. Also outside here near the road there will be some parking areas as well, plus this area from here. So I'm going to tackle all these. And this is the road that comes from the bus area here into the bridge, and I want to make it a bit safer than it should be. By the way, guys, we have here an oval bout. I didn't make the oval bout, but hey, it's beautiful. It's super beautiful. Hey, or maybe we can make it somewhere else in the city. I mean, you know me, I love oval bouts as well. These retaining walls are quite new. Well, not new now, but they were quite new when I was starting building this entire train station. And there are like plain retaining walls with fences, with grass, and even walls. And they are so good because they look good. They have a very dirty concrete side, and I can feel they are really useful in industrial areas, and not only. Outside here, the bus stop, I plopped down a warehouse, a little warehouse, or we can call it whatever. It looks like a warehouse after all, so let's keep it as a warehouse. And I'm using these industrial roads, vanilla industrial roads. Yes, I know they're vanilla, but hey, these are the best looking roads, vanilla roads, I mean, these industrial ones. I felt there is something here, but I wanted to do also something in this super small area. I could have filled it with some trees or whatever, but hey, why not keeping them as they are, as it is, and I just to add a building, maybe squeeze some trees here and there, few decals, few damaged decals to make it look like it's a very old area, and filled it in with some, or not filled it, surrounded it with some fences and a gate, adding here some details like a little truck, and that's it. I need to make few areas a bit more different than it is in real life as well. Not only like it is in real life, but sometimes a tiny bit different, especially those areas where I have no clue what's there, because it is, and I cannot know what's there. Plus, it doesn't make that much or importance if it's exactly what it is in real life, you know. So we can play a tiny bit with the story. Here I'm adding the entrance where we have some barriers and a little guard chuck, but that's it, nothing else, nothing more needed. We need to also fill in all these road lines, because you know me, I can't stop adding lines all over the places. Here I decided not to go with the traffic lights, so I went for, you know, strict road lines. Like you can turn left only from the, of course, left lane, and that's it. And when you come out from the bus station, well, of course you can go left or right, depends. So you just have to give way, that's it, nothing else. It's not that dangerous, it's not that bad. I mean, in my country, not only there are plenty of roads like this without having a traffic light, even though it's the start of a bridge. Of course, from here we have the start of the bridge, so yeah, it doesn't has to be like that. Boon, good, not boon, good. I want also to highlight something extra. Up until now in Little France, we built lots of residential areas and lots of office areas, and I need to start tackling more type of builds. I know I did train stations, metro stations, bus stations, and lots of infrastructure builds as well. But we need areas like, you know, industrial areas, simple areas like having some warehouses, some distribution houses there, or a quarry. I saw outside Paris a little, well, it's not a little, it's big, but it's a little on Google Earth, but it's a quarry there. So I need to add these kind of things as well in Little France, or residential, low density residential areas. We need those too. So in the future, very soon in the future, I will start tackling these kind of builds as well, not only the ones that you saw up until now. I even added some shopping areas as well here in Little France, but I feel like I was a bit repetitive at the point, so I need to start working on something else, not only of these residential areas. So if you guys have any type or any idea so far, go nuts and leave some comments together with the hashtag. Okay, now I'm thinking of the hashtag for today. Even though it's minute 20, hey, you know what? It makes sense to have a hashtag later as well in the video. So leave a comment with what type of builds I should tackle here in Little France, together with the hashtag Skibitth go far. Huh? Is it stupid? No, maybe it is, but maybe not. It's still a game. So yeah, Skibitth go far, and then leave your idea of what I shall build in Little France. What else beside that you already saw? Of course, if you have an idea from a specific city, area, village from France, that's even better, because otherwise I have to find something similar in France. So I have to build something, you know, French. This is a parking area at the end of the bus depot there. I'm adding it like, I want to make it look like it's very old, it's very not well maintained. So I need to make it like I'm adding mud decals, the damaged decals, dirt decals and whatnot. And that's something you always have to do if you want to make a place look more abandoned or whatever. Oh yes, we are back in the bus station here. So I was like, hey, I usually I stay quite far away from adding these kind of little details. So I was like, hey, you know, let's add some bus little signals, like, hey, from here line number 7, 1, 2, 3 and so on starts going, and you can take the bus from here and reach different cities in France. So I will add different cities from France, like Paris, Nantes, Lyon and so on. Not going to add internal lines. Maybe this is for internal bus routes, but hey, routes. But I will keep it for external ones. I'm adding also some shelters and some benches. I will add extra little details here, even though maybe in little life, maybe in real life it does not exist or is not like that. So I'm just adding some stuff that I want to have here in this area. I'm adding, for instance, some toilets. I will add some toilets. I'm adding these street signs, a few trees, like 3 trees, not more than 3 trees, but I have to add just few small extra details, and I want to feel complete. I want to feel like it's complete. This is one of my decals, crack decals. It's on the workshop already. If you want to check it out, it's really good one. I struggled making it very realistic, and from a certain perspective it quite looks realistic. So you can find that and few other damaged decals more to come. But always I need to add these kind of details, which of course will affect my general FPS. If I'm adding like these lots of details like these, well, hey, at a point we might not even reach episode number 80. Fingers crossed to go far away, but I will have to be very careful. But I also can't stop adding lots of details. So for those who are trying to take my get my save game from my Patreon account, also take into consideration you need at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, because otherwise you might not be able to play on my save game. Again, at least. Here it's the last little detail that I'm adding to the train platforms, and I'm coloring some of the roofs in different colors, like maybe make them a little bit rusty and whatnot, because that's how it is also in real life, and you know, we have to add these kind of things to look just a tiny bit different. Now finalizing this episode with the parking area, which is across the train tracks from the bus depot there. And this is one, it's a quite simple one. I'm adding this also train depot where, you know, you can do whatever trains do there. I'm not really into trains. I don't know lots of things about trains, so don't judge me too much. I'm doing my very best, but I'm not that big a fan. I'm a fan of infrastructure, road infrastructure, if you ask me, more or less. I have these cool parking lots. You can find them in my collections. Everything about this series can be found at the description of this video, and not only for each episode of Little France. So you can check the description if you want to see collection of mods or of our assets, or my Patreon account, Discord, Instagram, whatever you need. Check the description, please. And I know you guys find it very hard to find stuff in my collections, but trust me, it's the same for me. So either if you need something, just try looking there. Trust me, it is in the collection. Take it one by one. Always try to look from last added asset to the newest one. Guys, end of the episode here. Thank you So much for watching this. Don't forget to leave the hashtag and some comments. Watch the last cinematics, because this way you'll see better what I build here. But guys, till next time, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and stay safe. I salute you.